guys, I want to do a quick little review of the Defenders. Now, first off, let's talk about this. Miss Weaver herself. Now, this is not a spoiler. I will say this about her. She gives a hell of a performance. Matter of fact, Miss Weaver is the best thing about the season for me. Well, not the best thing. I mean, she's the best part of this whole thing. And when you get towards the end, you're not going to like what happened because they do a Luke Cage on your ass. And it's like, again with this, I don't know what Marvel Television has a weird fetish of doing where they just do this. I don't know why. But I don't want to spoil it, but it's something I don't like. Let's talk about the show in general as a whole. The team up between all characters, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, I like that dynamic, and I hope in Daredevil Season 3 they actually have those two work together a little bit. I want those two to cross path a little bit more, because I really like the dynamic between Jessica Jones and Daredevil. I like the interactions. You know, one person was online saying, maybe these two should get together, just have a one-night stand. I'm cool for that. I really would. You know, I didn't mind that. I was shipping those two. I was like, yeah, you know what? I know I like Karen, but, you know, I like Jessica, too. Jessica can handle the blind man, but yeah. Another thing is Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I like the two dynamic together. A matter of fact, you could tell Iron Fist, he needs Luke Cage. He really does need Luke Cage because together by himself, he's not an interesting character. Like when they had all the scenes with him and White together, I was kind of like, I don't care about it. It just, I don't know, Finn Jones, the way they're writing his character, I'm just not a big fan of it. But the way that Luke Cage and those two work together, it's actually pretty cool. And Luke Cage can probably balance out Iron Fist a little bit better. And I was hoping in the next Iron Fist series, they do an Iron Fist and Luke Cage series together, which they need to do. Like, start having these two work together because it'll benefit Finn Jones a little bit more so because he doesn't need his own series again. Not 13. I don't think I can deal with another 13 episodes of Iron Fist. The fight choreography in here is better. But then again, I think the fight choreography is a little bit from Daredevil. I think they got the fight choreographies, the people who worked on Daredevil on this one. And because I think they heard a backlash with Iron Fist and they got there. Iron Fist did improve again, but then again, you can see a lot of the stunt doubles or the stunt double for Iron Fist. Now for Daredevil, I think it works for Daredevil is because every time Daredevil fights, he's hiding his face. And that was a beneficial in season 1 and beneficial in season 2. I think Iron Fist need to start doing that. Because just seeing Finn Jones, I'm like, dude, I see a lot of stunt doubles. But his fight choreography was better than Iron Fist. I'll say this about the show. 8 episodes are a whole lot better to get through than 13. If Marvel, Netflix want to start doing 8, I'm down for that. I'm actually for this. Now, I didn't mind. Now, you'll probably say, well, you were complaining about Stranger Things. See, Stranger Things is different because it was a different take on it. But then again, it was an overarching story. Yeah, they can span it out for another 14-something episodes or 13 episodes. That would have been fine, too, because it was getting good. Where these superhero shows, they follow that same formula, 13 episodes, and they really don't get to the story well. This 8 episode, it worked. If they gonna constantly do this for the next Defenders, I'm cool with that. I wouldn't mind if they cut it down because Iron Fist does not need 13 episodes. Luke Cage, he doesn't need 13. I wouldn't mind it. If you do 13 episodes, Luke Cage and Iron Fist need to be together. Those two need to have the Heroes for Hire type of thing together. If they do that, I'm cool with that. That's the only way I take 13, unless those two are together. If they're not, I want 8 episodes. I really want them to start doing this 8-episode format. It's easier. It's way more easier to get through. Because Iron Fist, I swear to God, I went through so many drinks going through that show. I was taking shot after shot because it was really bad. However, the show as a whole, The Defenders, other than the fight choreography, it was nice to see all the cast members from the previous season, from every show, like all the supporting characters come in here, which was pretty cool. There's even one scene where all of the supporting cast are together in the police station, and they're all looking at each other like, yeah, how you doing? Like, you can see, as a fan, you're sitting there like, yeah, we're all here because We're just here because we're support. That's what you are. You're here for support. Yeah, Misty Knight had a bigger role than I thought she was. I thought they was like, hey, how you doing? And that's it. Nah, Misty Knight had a bigger role in here. Um, Other than that, I was cool. I'm ready for Jessica Jones too, to see where they could go with that. But again, the only two series I would do full 13, Daredevil. He's proven that's successful. Granted, season 2 was a little bit not that great to season 1, but I'll take Daredevil 13 episodes, Jessica Jones 13 because I heard Kilgrave's coming back, which makes a lot of sense. But he's probably coming back as a flashback. The dude's dead. They're not gonna do no hand bullshit with him. And yeah, and like Iron Fist, Luke Cage, if they want to do 13 episodes with them together, I'm down for it. But Iron Fist should have 8, Luke Cage should have 8, and then we do it like from there, and we go straight to the Defenders. That's what I would do. Save on money, and you could put more money and budget to the Defenders. That's perfect idea. And then if they want like do it a little differently, they could do the Power season. Excuse me, the next episode, the next season, they could have 8 episodes for Jessica Jones and 8 for Daredevil, and then 13 episodes of Iron Fist and Luke Cage together, and go straight to Defenders. Kind of mix it up a little bit, you know, that'd be kind of cool. But that's just that. I'll get to my grading of it for a little bit. The Defenders as a whole. What did I think about this show as a whole? Started off strong. The third episode is actually my favorite because that's when they all team up together. It was really nice. See them to work together. Elektra in here, I'll get to Elektra. Elektra, I'll say she's a little bit more better than she was this season. The last season, season 2. However, I did not like the fact what she did to a certain character, which I won't spoil, but I didn't like that. It just I wasn't cool with that. Other than that, her brainwash thing, I was like, memory loss. I'm not a big fan of that. How superheroes use that a lot. As the big bad of the season, nah, it should have went to Weeby, but it is what it is. Hopefully, in the next film, next series, the Defenders, they actually tackle someone who's a better foe, because Elektra wasn't it for me, but. Regardless of saying that, it still was good to see them again. To work, it was good to see all the characters actually work together. The dynamic between Daredevil, because Daredevil and Jessica Jones, I really like those two together. The chemistry was really good, and they should do something down the road together in the next previous season. I like Iron Fist and Luke Cage together. I pray to God they do a team up, because Iron Fist desperately needs support. He is a character that, like, every time I saw him on screen, I skipped. I fast forward to that motherfucker. I was like, oh, fuck you. Let's get on to someone better. You know, Daredevil had a scene. Okay, oh, I gotta watch that. Stick had a scene. I was like, okay, I gotta watch that. Even Elektra. I'm not a big fan of Elektra, but I'd rather watch Elektra than freaking Iron Fist. That's how much I did dislike the character. Again, his dialogue was better, but he still acts like a child. And I get that he was raised by monks, but I just don't think that was helping his character at all. And it's weird because I talked to people who are fans of Iron Fist. They say he's not like this in the comic. Yeah, he does talk kind of, like a monk, but he has more common sense. He's a little bit more intelligent than he is in the show, which goes say something. So, but yeah, guys, my grading. I don't know if I gave my grade for it. Now, Daredevil season 1, I gave 9 out of 10. Daredevil season 2, I gave 8 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. Just, what gave it an 8 out of 10 was Punisher. I was going to give it a 7, but if they didn't have Punisher, it would be an 8. Luke Cage, 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the first half. I really enjoyed that first half. The second half brought it down from a 9. Still enjoyed it. Jessica Jones. I love Kilgrave as a character. David Tennant did a great job as the villain. So I gave that a freaking 8 out of 10 for that, because it had a great, solid villain. Just didn't like how it got to the end a little bit. Iron Fist, I gave it a 6. And I was being generous. I was going to give that motherfucker a 5, but that was 6. That was the worst thing I've seen on television, Netflix, TV-wise, all year this year. The Defenders. As of right now, for me, the Defenders will get a grade of 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Again, I have a little issue how the villain was treated towards the end. I didn't like that. Elektra as a villain, they kind of made her the centerpiece a little bit towards the end. I thought it was okay. The interaction really gave the score a little high. Luke Cage and Iron Fist dynamic is really great. They should really work on that in the next series. Iron Fist and Luke Cage, Iron Fist and Luke Cage series together. I don't say that enough in this video. And Jessica Jones and Daredevil dynamic, I really did like those two together. I wouldn't even mind if Jessica Jones and Daredevil did a Law and Order episode. That would actually be intriguing because they did it with the Punisher. That was fun. That's fun. Now you probably say, well, Iron Fist kind of did something similar to that. That shit was boring. It was like the CW Battle of Rich Boys. I didn't like that. Where the Law and Order type of thing, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And I like how they all piggyback off the previous season, like Daredevil season 2. They piggyback off of that. They piggyback off of Luke Cage. He came out of prison. They piggyback off of Iron Fist where he flew to China and he flew back. They piggyback off of Jessica Jones and her shit. They piggyback off of all previous seasons, which I did enjoy that, and they even made reference to the past season. Also, the thing I liked about this season compared to the other season, they made no reference, and hear me when I say this again, no reference to the Avengers. You think this was a separate universe. They made no reference to the Avengers. The only reference they made were to the other series. No reference to the Avengers. Nothing. No videotape or nothing. And the way Luke Cage was like, oh, I don't believe this. And I kind of say to myself, ain't the Avengers exist in this world? And then come to find out, they didn't make reference to the Avengers. So I was like, oh, okay, well, this makes a lot of sense. Maybe the Avengers don't exist because the Avengers will keep saying, oh, they don't exist. They do this separate thing. And they'll come out and say it exists in the same universe. But it's still in the MCU in some type of way. It's one of those weird things. I understand rights, but come on now. They got to do better with that. But I can say this. I enjoyed this. It was fun. 8 episodes is great because I could get through it and I could do the rest of the day, do something else. And I enjoyed it. It's 13 episodes. Oh, my God. I don't know. I was like, I may have to watch that another time. But 8 episodes, it got easy to through. This is pretty good. Again, that's the only thing I hate about it. So I give it an 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. As always, guys, like and motherfucker subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. And I'll talk to you in the next video.